before I introduce your trainer, I really want to talk about the importance of the community and the importance of being connected. This young lady and I met probably about 6 or 7 months ago, right? We would have never met each other. We would have never known each other had it not been to this community. And when I look at, all of the people here that are connected that I never knew, and when I realized last night when we were up at 3 o'clock in the morning with our leaders really making a difference and learning how to win in this space, getting these NFTs, we working together as a team. This never happens if I'm not a part of this community. See, you'll see people come and go inside of communities, but when they leave, there's so much that they miss, because it's not just about the community and it's not just about the finances, it's about the relationships that you build inside. And once you learn to build relationships with the people that you never would have known. My friend here, she's all the way in Gary, Indiana. I'm over here in Little Rock, Arkansas. And because we decided to build a friendship last night when we're on this fire call about this young lady who sold a NFT that she bought for $100 for $49,000. I was like, oh my God. But I get a text message from my friend, right? Because I build relationships in this community. I get a text from my friend like, yo, I just bought the NFT. I was like, what? You know what? I sent her my Zoom link. I said, hop on, get on right now. She hops on, and I was like, okay, all right, I'm logging on. Now what I do? And she walked me through the process of how to get it. Then guess what happened? We do what we do best. We call all our friends and everybody else. We call our leaders. And now we got a community of people who are winning. And I'll talk about that a little later. Let me tell you about this young lady. Not only is she beautiful, but she has so much charisma, wisdom. She's funny. She loves to help people. She's a boss in every sense of the word. But I'm going to turn it over to her because I want her to do what she do best and show you guys what she showed me how to win in this NFT space. Jaqueline, are you there? We call her Jay-Z. So I'm just going to say, Jay-Z, are you there?
Yes, I am. Oh my God. Thank you, Fatima. Like, I am still on cloud nine. Mind you, guys, she said we were up to 3 o'clock in the morning. I woke up at 6 a.m. I have been going ever since. I'm on 10. I can't believe I thought I did not have a chance to participate in this opportunity, and I do. So for those of you that don't know me on the call, my name is Jaqueline Burnham. Like Fatima mentioned, I'm outside of Gary, Indiana. I'm a project manager. I'm a mom of one. My little daughter has her little business going, and we do what we do. We have a good time. So Fatima talked a little bit about our community, and if it had not been for my mentor mentioning that someone very close to him purchased an NFT and just resold it for 5 figures, I never would have been interested. So it piqued my interest, and I figured out how to get the NFT. Honestly, I did not think I could buy one. So for those of you that don't know the backstory, Tory Lanez released 1 million copies of an album as an NFT, okay? He released them and sold each one for $1. They sold out in 57 seconds, right? So people are like, oh my God, he's a genius. Yes, that was clever. Tory Lanez made $1 million, but guess what? These tokens can be sold and sold and resold and resold. And every single time a transaction is made, Tory Lanez makes money. All right. So let's talk about what an NFT is. So NFT stands for non-fungible token. It represents a digital asset. Most times it represents something like a real world object, art, music in this case, in-game items, videos, and maybe even real estate. So what it is a peer-to-peer transaction. You cut out the middleman. By Tory owning the rights to all of his music, he doesn't need a record label. He doesn't need anyone to help him release his album, help him promote his album. He's able to do all of that himself and, reap all of the profits and then continue to make money for years to come. So when I saw this and it sold out in 57 seconds, in my mind, they're all gone, right? not fully understanding the power of NFT and knowing that these items can be resold over and over, I didn't understand that I still had a chance to participate. So that is exactly what I did. I called a Fatima, walked them through, and we've been on 10 ever since. So right now, guys, I am going to share my screen, and whoever invited you, if you're a guest, they love you. They love you because this is some good information. You know, not saying that you can't find it anywhere else, but when you get a good top tip because we're connected to the right people, you take action, and action puts you in place to be profitable. So, guys, the first thing you want to do is write this down. I'm going to put it in the chat. The website is www.e-nft.com. All right. So you guys see it in the chat. You are going to have to create an account. I'm not going to walk you through that part. I'm sure that's pretty explanatory, pretty straightforward, but you need to create an account. If you're part of our web squad, you already know what type of email address you should be using with anything that involves finances. All right. So you will need an email address. You're going to have to confirm your email address. When you log in for the very first time, it's going to send an authorization code to that email address. You're going to have to get the authorization code and put it back into the website in order to be authenticated to start making purchases. Okay, so that's the first step. Get your account created. Now, at the top, you want to go to Marketplace. So when you click on Marketplace, my computer is hosting. Okay, so you'll see 4 little Tory Lanez albums here. What you want to do is click on View All. It's only going to show you 100 results at a time. So what you want to do is go to this sort by. And for me, I wanted to sort it by the lowest to the highest because I want to pay the lowest possible price. And I want to sell it for whatever I want to sell it for. So right here, we're seeing the lowest possible price right now is $5. Last night, guys, they had a bunch of these for $2, $2.99, $3. That was the most we paid. I also helped someone this morning walk through this, and there were several that were there for $5. So as you can see, the price is going up, and there are some on here that are as high as $50,000. Okay, like we mentioned, we had someone close to our community resell theirs for 5 figures. So it is possible. I do want to mention one thing here. This first column is the seller. So this is the person that we don't know if it's the original person that purchased the NFT or if it's a reseller. But however, this is the current owner of this specific NFT. Each one that was sold out of the 1 million, each one is a separate token and it has an addition number. So you'll see that number here and it'll be that number out of 1 million. That will be your addition number. Time remaining, this is the time left that you have to purchase this particular token, and this is the buy it now price. Now here's where you kind of want to move a little bit fast. So when you see a token you want to purchase, you click on the price, and when the window pops up, you want to look for a blue buy now button right here. If you do not see a buy now button, you cannot purchase this particular token. It's already been sold. So what you want to do next is either go up to Marketplace, which will restart your search and refresh your search list, or click the back button on your browser to go back to your pre-sorted list. So I'm going to go to the next one. Click it, click the price, $9.98. Buy it now is available. I'm going to click buy it now. I'm going to click buy with crypto. I do know there were a few people that tried to buy it with their credit card and it did not accept it. So a lot of times you want to purchase your NFTs with crypto. So I'm going to click buy with crypto. And it's going to take me to the next screen. Okay. If you want to buy more than one, what you'll do is to have them all in the same transaction because each transaction takes 5 to 10 minutes to clear on the blockchain. So if you want to do purchase more than one token, again, you can go back to Marketplace and restart your search, or you can go back on your browser and go back to your pre-sorted list. So I'm going to click on the next one. Buy it now is available. I have to buy with crypto. All right, guys, I am so sorry. We are experiencing really, really, really bad storms here. Can you guys hear me again? Can you hear me okay? Fatima, shake your head. I can see you.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So you can't see my screen right now. I'm not going to share on my phone just yet. My computer's loading again and I can reshare. But when you click that buy crypto button, what it's going to take you to, if you're familiar with making transactions, purchasing crypto, is going to give you the Bitcoin address to send your crypto to, and it'll give you the exact amount in Bitcoin. Okay. Thank you, Fatima. I appreciate that. So when it gives you the exact amount, you go to your Cash App, Coinbase, or wherever it is that you hold your crypto, and you put in an exact Bitcoin amount, and you put in that exact Bitcoin address, and then you send the crypto over to e-nft.com, and you will have purchased your very first NFT or set of NFTs if you decide to purchase more than one. All right, so I am going to let Fatima share again. And Fatima, if you can go and walk people through what happens after you make your purchase and when you're ready.
All right. So let's see if we can find a walk through it real quick. Can you guys see my screen? Yes. Okay, good deal. So if you got on here and it was like 50,000, then I think she already went here. We went to low to high. We did a $5 one. That one, if you pull this screen up and there's nothing there, then that means I'm just kind of walking through. Go back and try another one. So we'll do this $5 one here. Buy with crypto. And you'll see here it's sold already, even in the process of buying. So we got a lot of $5 ones. We'll just take. Sometimes you can skip down. I really don't want to spend. I bought $9 for $1 yesterday. Oh, we'll just buy $9 one. And just like that, it's gone. So as you can see, people are on here like big time. So you want to go back and refresh your screen and see if you can grab something else. That should happen so fast. Okay, we'll do this one. Buy crypto. And then we're going to complete crypto payment. So when you get right here, you can pay with Coinbase, but the easiest thing to do is to click on Bitcoin. And if you have Cash App, which I recommend, let me buy some real quick. So I just bought, I already had some Bitcoin, so I just bought some more on my Cash App. And right here, if you know how to go to your send button on your Cash App, and then you want to go to, I don't know if you guys probably can't see that, to the little square, right? Can you see it? But let me go back real quick. If you look in the, try to get it to focus, my apologies to you. Ooh. But if you look in it's the top left-hand corner, there's a square there. There it is. If look in that top corner, there's a square. You're gonna touch that square. It's gonna pull up your, what it's gonna do is pull up your camera. And when it pulls up your camera, you wanna send it to the UR code right here. So that, to me, that's the easiest thing to do than the copy paste. So when I do that, I'm just going to hit it there, and it automatically is going to ask me for a PIN number on my Cash App. Once I hit that PIN number, it's going to ask me a priority arrives in about 10 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and confirm it. All right. And then I'm going to go back over here. It's going to take about 10 minutes. So I'm going to go back over here, and it'll say I have an order pending. And then it's going to ask me to view my order status, right? So right here is where it's going to tell me that my order is pending. So all it's waiting for now is to confirm on the blockchain. And then here it's going to show all of my past purchases. Okay. So now let's say you've already completed your purchases. So you've already completed your purchases. You're going to go to your wallet, right? And this is also how you're going to sell them. Okay. So as you can see, it says here to view my collections. Now, if you're looking at this, just don't judge me right now, okay? Don't judge me. So what I did here, let's see, I'm gonna put one up for sale. Let me tell you about these numbers right here real quick. So these numbers, 136,368, that's the number in order which that NFT was created, right? So as you go down further down, you can see I have some for, and I'm gonna sell this one tonight then. For 641, 127. So that's the order in which I personally, I'm gonna hold on to the ones that have lower numbers. Because in my mind, that maybe later on they may be worth more, But let's say here, once we confirmed it, we want to sell it. I'm just gonna put this one up for 20,000. And you like 20,000? Well, somebody else sold it for 49. Who knows? Let's see what happens. So make sure that if you put it up for 20,000, you don't use any commas. If you use commas, you're gonna come back and it's gonna say $22. Okay. So you want to make sure that you don't use any commas there, and select a time. You can do a day. I'm gonna just do a day. You can want to make sure that you say it says I understand that 15% will be deducted from my proceeds. Now I'm gonna hit list for sale. Right, so now it's for sale. And let's say I guess I wanted to do some edits on this. I don't even know which one it was, but here you can listen to, of course, you can listen to the album. I'm not going to play it. You're good Christian men and women, don't play it either, okay? don't play it around grandma. It's not going to work out. So you can listen to it. You can edit your how much you want to sell it for and the amount of time. Now, here's the importance. I want to dive a little bit deeper of the importance of this NFT and why it's such a big deal. I'm gonna stop my share right here. This is why it's a big deal. If you know Tory Lanez, he was accused of shooting Megan Thee Stallion, right? So we're in a time period where we're in this cancel culture where they're canceling you. So now his music was taken off of Spotify, right? So he can't get paid from Spotify anymore. So now, because he's able to release his own music on here, every time this album gets resold, that 15% goes straight to him, no one else. So he's getting paid for his music over and over every time it's sold. So you say, well, it was 1 million albums. Well, yes, he went, what? I think that's platinum, 1 million albums. But when you think about the number of people in the world, a million people already got the album, and some of us got it, more than once, right? There are so many people that still want to hear the album, but they don't have access to it. This is why the price is able to, we're able to sell it for a higher price, because you have to understand that some people, $50,000 to them is like $20 to us. So it's nothing for them to spend that money. We have to expand our mind to reach our goals. Our goals are just strength to meet our mind, right? So we have to think big. Oh yeah, we're gonna make big money off of this, right? So don't just buy one, buy many. Now, if you're a guest on this line, I need to show you a few slides, because I feel like in this space, I do you a disservice. We do you a disservice by not showing you a little bit of it all real quickly, okay? Because I know your time is precious. Now, least you could do is listen. We just gave you $1 million game. Because here's the thing, we just showed you how to buy your first NFT. Not even 1% of the world knows how to do that, right? So what happens when Beyonce drops her album? What happens when Kanye, I'm waiting to see if he's gonna drop it as an NFT. Kanye, Drake, and Kendrick, is it Kendrick Lamar? No, it's not Kendrick. It's somebody else that's getting ready to drop. It is Kendrick. So all three of them at the same time. I'm wondering how's that gonna play out? Because right, they want the control back of their music and their money and the work that they put in. But I'm going to real quick, for the new people, and even for some of you who've been here for a while, sometimes we have to be reminded of what we have our hands on. Because when you're not reminded of what you had your hands on, you'll find yourself talking to people and find yourself out of a door that has been so beneficial to you. So sometimes we have to be reminded. So I'm just going to condense this down and show you a few quick slides, if that's okay. For those of you that are new, what we're talking about, and you hear us talk about the community, right? The community that we're talking about is I Am Master Academy. And all we are is an educational platform and a group of people who are committed to building wealth together. I want you to think about something real quick. If you're a hairstylist, y'all go to the hair shows together. If you're a barber, y'all go to the hair shows together. If you play football, y'all go to camp together. If you play basketball, y'all go to basketball camp together. Well, what we do is we build wealth together. So we have our wealth circle and we go to wealth parties together. That's really what we had last night, was a wealth party. And what we have to offer in this community, we have really 4 different ways. It's really more than that when we break it all down, but I'm gonna show you these 4: FRX, DCX, HFX, and ECX. See, your foreign exchange market, you already participating in that. When I got a check from selling a vehicle, the bank told me they was only giving me 50% of my money. The reason why they was only giving me 50% is because they was trading the rest of it. So they do the same thing. That's why there are certain times of the night that you can't use your money. Why? Because they're trading it. So you're already paying you're already a part of the foreign exchange market. So now I need you to understand and learn how to leverage it for yourself and learn how to use your own money and leverage it, right? See, that HFX, that's high frequency. That's money in minutes. See, if I asked you if you hated your job, and let's say you make 20 bucks an hour, right? I say you hated your job, and I asked you, I'm gonna give you 20 bucks to stay in a room with somebody you absolutely hate. Would you say? You'd be like, nah, you can keep that 20. But we go to these jobs every single day that pays us $20 an hour, and we stay there 8 and 9 hours, and we hate it. But in HFX, you really can get that $20 an hour in 3 minutes in a trade, right? That quick. So then your ECX, I'm gonna move down. If you know anybody, like I love what Sakina always say, you know, back in the day when people were selling stuff, they'd pull up to your house, pop that trunk, and they selling it out the trunk. Well, with me working for the company that I work for, I worked in sales. And so oftentimes I would go out to these companies and they would have huge warehouses with all of their inventory. With ECX, you can have an online store where you can simply have somebody else keep your inventory, click of a button and get paid. DCX, digital currency. This is what we've been showing you. One small sector of the digital currency, right? We just showed you NFTs. We didn't even talk about the other currencies, Bitcoin, XRP. We didn't talk about any of that. Anybody that knows me knows that I love XRP. So I'm gonna give you one more gem just because you on this Zoom. XRP. Right now, I think it's like $1.17. When I was screaming about it, it was $4 for $1. Here's the thing, XRP, if you got 1,000 XRP, and that's what I tell anybody at minimum, please get 1,000, because when XRP hits $1,000, that's $1 million. 1,000 XRP times $1,000 is $1 million. People say, well, it's probably not gonna hit that. How much is Bitcoin? Bitcoin is what, 49, 50,000? So you mean to tell me XRP being a global currency is not gonna hit $1,000? Baby, yes, listen. It's gonna hit $1,000. Now I'm still giving you free game. I'm giving you so much value, right? Here's the thing, let's talk about price real quick. Is my computer like just going crazy? Okay, here we go. Now, you say, well, how much is it? Your ECX Academy is gonna run you $274.95. Like that's a gem if you ain't never met a gem before, right? Your Elite, here's the thing. If there was $220 on the ground, would you leave both of them? You're gonna pick up a one and leave the other? Nah, you getting all that money. See, and that's the thing about Elite. You get 3 of the academies for $274.95 a month. That's nothing. Let me do the math. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm a math girl. I like to do these numbers real quick. So when you look at 274 95, let's say divided by 28 days. $9.81. I'm gonna tell you, I went to the gas station, bought some drinks and some chips and all that stuff, and I had already spent like $12. You go to the store and you buy a shirt that costs $50, but you can't spend $9.81 for yourself to be able to boss up. The thing is, I've already told you, everybody that's in this academy that has been taking advantage, we're already millionaires. Do we see the millions in the bank? No. All we're doing is waiting for price to catch up. It's that simple. So then when you look at an individual one, it's $174.95 a month. And you divide that, you're looking at less than $6.24 a day. Look, if you went to Starbucks and you're a faithful Starbucks member, you literally have something in your hands that's going to take you to from where you are to a millionaire. What else do you have? Please tell me. I need to know. What else do you have? What else do you have that can take you from where you are to even dream big? Because if you're thinking about getting another job, I promise you, I did that. It ain't gonna do it. It's not gonna do it. Here's the thing. Jaqueline and I started off talking, got NFTs. We started calling our leaders. We started calling our friends. We started calling everybody. It's late at night, 10, 11, 12, 1 o'clock. We calling everybody. We inboxing folks on Facebook. See, right here, we're gonna already tell everything. We run our mouth about I tell it all. If I know I got something, I'm calling, hey, those shoes don't sell at dealers. Dealers got a 50% sale. You calling your friends. See, let me tell you something. If you my friend and you got a way to get me not just out of debt, but financially free, because you got to understand debt free and financially free are not the same. Debt free means you don't have any bills, but financially free says I can go and come as I please. Ain't nobody got to tell me nothing. I ain't waiting on nobody. I ain't got none of that, right? You gonna tell everything anyway. So might as well tell your friends and get to it free. You know 2 people. If dealers had a sale, tell me who the first 2 people you gonna call. And then if they had a 90% sale and you didn't tell somebody, you selfish anyway. That's a whole nother level. You selfish if you ain't telling. Dealers had a 90% sale and you didn't call me, you selfish. We're not friends. You don't care about me. Now, here's the thing. Y'all, let me tell you something. This where it get real good. Real good. Because see, I like this platinum 150. What that is $150 a month. You said, well, that's not that much. Let $150 come up missing out your check. Tell me you ain't gonna be at the front office talking to somebody, right? You're gonna be like, nah, y'all got me messed up. I work them hours. Because the thing is, we say 150, not that much, but you start doing $20 an hour. Let's see. Well, let's do $50 an hour. You didn't work 3 hours for free. You ain't trying to hear that. You're not trying to hear $50 working 3 hours for free at $50 an hour. You're not trying to hear it. So don't tell me 150 ain't much, honey. That means something. So it's all optional. Nobody has to control you. What people are trying to do is empower you. And if you don't understand that, then you don't understand the way that money works. That's just what it is. Platinum 600. At this point, you can pay some bills, right? You can pay a car note, light bill, water bill, gas bill. Platinum 1,000. We're talking about $1,000 a month. If you wanted to go get another $1,000 a month, most people go get a part-time job. Platinum 2,000, $2,000 a month. Let me tell you something. I was on a call the other day with a young lady who was a boss. I had just met her. Like, she was nailing this presentation. I knew she was a boss in every way. And she said something. She said, platinum 2,000, you think that's not much? She said, but that's what I make a year. And it took me back, and I got mad. I'm like, how did you have boss? Because she boss every sense of the word. You could tell the way she nailed that presentation. How they pay her $2,000 a month? Like, I got upset. And then this is what I realized. Not only do they pay us not what we worth, but here's the thing. You got to ask for permission to go on a field trip. You say, permission for a field trip. Here you go. Let me help you out. When you want to be out from work and go do something else with your friends or with your family or go on vacation, don't you got to put in a leave slip? Don't they got to sign off? You got to have permission to go do what you want to do from your job. And then they want to put you on punishment for being sick. You say, put you on punishment. That sounds like some kid stuff. If you call in, don't tell me you ain't getting wrote up or you get demerits or whatever you call it. And you have so many of them. And now guess what? Now you're in trouble. You might not even have a job. So they put you on punishment. So when I see P2000, I'm like, P2000 in this can change somebody's life and give them total freedom where they don't have to explain anything to anybody. Platinum 5,000, we're talking about 60,000 a year. So this same young lady that was making platinum 2,000 money, now she has 3x her money, and all she did was love on people enough to tell them and share this opportunity. And then when we get to chairman, oh my God, I want you to add a comma and 3 zeros. Now, here's the thing, I can't see my screen right now, but I did see 2 chairman 10s on this call, and I would be remiss if I didn't let them tell you their story, their testimony, because they know what it's like to get there. See, most of us, if we know somebody making $120,000 a year, they ain't got no time. They don't have any time to do anything else. I promise you that. They don't have the freedom. They're working from sun up to sundown, because with that kind of money comes big responsibilities, and jobs want you at their beck and call. Now, I saw Auntie Genie, and I saw, let me stop my share because I know y'all on here. And Sakina, nothing but a boss. Auntie Genie, is she still here?
Girl, I'm still here.
Yes.
I'm still here.
Auntie
Girl,
Genie, can you give your testimony for us? Thank you so much for being on the call. We love you. And I want you to tell your story because it's so powerful.
Honey, I just want to tell you, you go on in. You go on in tonight, and you just stated it. You just said it, and you just make it plain. This platform and this space that we in is not comparable. You know, I have been a nurse for literally 40 years, you know, and when I looked at, you know, I was out at a presentation last night. The Bryce Thompson was here in town. It was just filled and flooded with millennials. And I'm telling you, they have no desire. They have absolutely no desire to go and do some of the things that we've done before, to work 10 years, 20 years, 15 years. For what? For a pension that may be questionable? For Social Security that's a joke? Are you really seriously kidding me? But right now, with the times that have changed, the pivotal times that have changed, and technology at its best, this is the absolute best time to get into this space. And in lieu of everything that we've gone through last year with the pandemic, wake up, people. If that didn't jolt you, if that didn't stir something in your shanana, that something is going on in this world, that there's a shift in the society, and your money will shift right on out the door if you don't have control over it, you need to listen. And I'm telling you, Fatima, you going in tonight. You going in. So listen, guys, check her out. Listen to what she's saying. I've been in this industry for a long time, and I made a decision and I made a change. And guess what? It literally changed my life, girlfriend, and it has changed my family's life as well. So make the decision now. The biggest issue is procrastination. You hear it, you'll go over here to Susu, you know, I don't know, Cousin Sue, Betty Joe, all these other folk, and ask all these broke folks for some advice after you know that you've heard the sound truth out of her mouth. And they'll come back because they don't have no sense. They don't have no knowledge. They don't know. And you broke folk, come on now, Gloria, you told the truth, honey. So, hunty, broke folk, okay? Who really want to see you in the same place that you were yesterday. So no, we have to prove them all wrong. And where we are right now, we're going to another vein. It's just like we didn't hit that jugular, and I'm going for it. And you all better keep it up. Listen, what do we always say? It's sad to be on the island all by yourself. It's sad to be out there. Let's take everybody on this island, be out there with some margaritas and things and have some fun, okay? Let's go get this munty hunty. Yeah. Let's go get it. Yeah. You take it on in the rest of the way, girlfriend, because you gone tonight. Go on in your flow. Okay.
Thank you, Auntie
Look,
Genie.
look at here. You done already shot him in the jugular. Okay. Go on with it, Hunty. Go.
Thank you so much. Listen, this next leader, got two, but this next one, y'all, I love her so much. Actually, I'm trying to really hold back some tears because she's been speaking some stuff into me here lately, and she know what the struggle is for me going in certain directions. But y'all, listen, she my friend, she my mama, she my mentor, and she is massive. Yo, I'm trying to pull it in so I don't start crying because I really think about what you said to me this week. But let me tell you something. She's a mom of five. She's a grandmother of five. She walked away from a multiple six-figure job. You don't do this and you don't do that unless you know what you got in your hands. And then she love on us and make sure that we stay on track and boss up. You know, if we slide backwards, she's saying something to us because that's love. That's where she is with us. It's about more than just this. It's love. Sakina, I'm just gonna let you do your thing. Go ahead.
Girl, I am so doggone. I've been fist pumping and high fiving my air myself and been in the chats like talking about you. First of all, thank you for asking me to speak on here. As to where Auntie J, you know, we love, love, love you. Everything she said is just right on point. But you, honey, you are chairwoman, and you know, the love that I have for you and the respect that I have for you is just because I know. And to just watch you take over this call and watch you just get in there and really pour your heart out and really show people the value of what we have, because this really is, it really is the largest transfer of wealth, and everybody gets to participate. Just like with the NFTs, everybody gets to participate in the success of Tory Lane's album, in the future success of Beyonce's album, or whoever else's album, or a doggone Louis Vuitton bag, or whatever else they're going to put on this NFT right before it's all said and done. And so for you to pour your heart out and really just share everything, you've been 100% transparent. I love it. Your energy is real. And it's just about, you know, being a part of this community means everything to me. When I saw this 3.5 years ago, I got a phone call like what the guest did on here. I got my nephew on here. I see you on here, cuz you didn't get that camera on. I'm just saying, let me see that handsome face. But you know, the thing is that we're really here to bless each other. We're really here to teach one, because you know how it is growing up in your family. Sometimes you might have a person, one or two, that maybe make a little coin. They might get a little something someplace, but they can't come back and show you how to get it too. They cannot come back and show you how to get it too. And so here, literally everything is being laid out for us. I would not have walked away from my interior design business, you know, when I worked that years ago. Like she said, multiple six figures, but I could not, and I was not willing to keep giving up 7 days a week, 15 hours a day to go build somebody else's dream, being put on punishment if I came back 15 minutes late, having to ask, well, you know, I know this person over here died in my family. Oh, they don't qualify for me to get that 3-day bereavement, so I can't go unless, you know, all kinds of stuff, literally being tied down. So it's never just about the money. It's about the options. It's about the tools. And so what this young lady has shared with you all tonight is the same thing, that same thing. I can't even get the words out. I'm so freaking excited. It's the same thing that has literally changed everything in my life, just because I got a phone call, just because I had an open mind, just because I decided to say yes to me, because I'm always going to bet on me no matter what. I'm always going to bet on me. I'm 58 years old. I've gone through some things, a couple of divorces. Some businesses succeeded, some didn't. It doesn't matter. 5 kids, 5 grandkids. I never lose, y'all. I never lose. I've never lost in anything that I've ever done in my life, because either I win or I learn. Now you got to ask yourself the same question. Are you ready to win? Are you just going to keep sitting back watching everybody else do it? So I'm going to hop on off here because I want to hear what else Fatima has to say, because if I wasn't already in, I would have been calling her for that link. Like, get me in, put me in, coach. So thank you very much for asking me to speak. I appreciate it. And definitely back over to you, chairwoman.
Thank you. I'm not gonna even close this call out. Let me tell you something. If you don't know how to do something, or you don't know something, or you don't know where to go, or you don't know how to lead, you gotta have good leadership. As long as you got good leadership and you know how to follow, you can't lose, right? And this gentleman I'm getting ready to introduce you to is good ground. When they talk about someone, it's good ground because he has done so much for our community. I can't even explain it. When you take somebody that dedicate their time, here's the big thing, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, for at least an hour. If you understand or if you've done any type of training, you understand that that hour they give you is just the hour that they give you. But there are hours in the background that they use to prepare to give you that 1 hour. There are 3 and 4 hours that they prepare, making sure that they have the right tools to make sure that you can grow. See, Sakina said this many a times. This is the only company that you can get paid to grow as a person. And when you can get paid to grow as a person, and how you know that you're in the right place with the right people is when you see yourself grow. That's how I know that being with Randy Webb and Wanda Webb, we are in the right place. I'm forever grateful. I'm forever thankful. And I'm gonna let him close this call out. Listen, I see y'all clapping. Could put some 7s in the chat. Randy, close us out.
Let's go. Let's go. You trying to get me crying before I tell the story here. It is an absolute blessing, folks. Anybody on this call, if you're a guest, this is about community, okay? This is about family unit. And I want you to really understand, if you got to write it down, family unit. I want you to look it up, okay? Community. Understand that what we're doing is not just about money. Yes, we want to make a lot of money. We want to create a legacy. We want to change people's lives. And it starts one life at a time. It starts with yours. And I'll tell you, my journey in this industry started 8.5 years ago. Born and raised Compton, California, humble beginnings. Okay, I did not always have money. Okay, just like everybody else, I was living paycheck to paycheck. I got the same advice by my parents: go to school, get good grades, get a good job, and it didn't work out for me either. But I'm so fortunate that the decisions that happened along the way for us, okay, for me and my wife, my family, okay, changed our life forever. And so, I served in the military for 15 years. I was fortunate enough to become an Air Force pilot, flew C-130s for about 9.5 years while I was deployed to Afghanistan and Iraq. I was away from my family when I was a pilot for 4 months to 8 months out of the year, okay? And, in the conflict that we're in right now, if I was still in the Air Force, I would still be in this conflict that's happening right now. And I thank God for the blessing that he had on our life. And I got sick in 2012, diagnosed with lupus. And the Air Force said, listen, we got to cut you. You either got to retrain to another job or you can decide to do something else. And I said, listen, I'll get out. And so they retired me out in 2013. Of course, that money wasn't enough because if you ever heard the saying, okay, you go to school, get good grades, get a good job, you work 40 years of your life, only get 40%. That's exactly what happened. That check was not enough to sustain my family. And I'm so fortunate that this industry got exposed to my wife and I at just the right time. And we treat this thing very seriously. I need you to understand that wealth is about proximity. And most of the time, we don't realize the key. And it is not until I came into this industry that I gained the key of what it takes to become wealthy. It's just being around the right people. Now, we've been given the advice, we just never understood it. See, our parents would say it in the other way is, hey, if you're hanging out with them boys out there that are not doing good, what's going to happen to you? You're not going to do good, okay? Because birds of a feather flock together. Guess what? We're flocking our feather with people that we were born with geographically. And if we came from a neighborhood where people are not making a certain amount of income, we're going to stay in that income because we're getting that advice. It is not until 2013, folks, that I was able to plug in with a 7-figure earner, someone who had made $1 million, who was 4 years younger than me. And I had to humble myself. I hadn't made $1 million. I was a pilot. I was a decorated veteran, okay, but had not made $1 million. And I was willing to be very coachable. And so when I joined this industry, I did exactly what that mentor taught me to do. And one thing I want you to understand here, this is why I say wealth is proximity. If you do what someone is doing and they're getting wealthy from it, okay, and you do the same thing and you learn from them, okay, eventually you're going to make what they make if you treat it seriously. My wife and I, we treat this thing seriously for 8.5 years. We haven't had a job in 8.5 years. Okay, we've been able to travel around this world to some of the most wonderful places ever. I was fortunate enough just this last week, it was my wife's birthday. She didn't know we were going to Cabo. About 24 hours before I said, hey, babe, we're going to Cabo, okay? And so we booked the trip. We went to Cabo. And listen, that was not my life, okay? And so if you're on this call, maybe you've been living paycheck to paycheck. Maybe you don't even got the money to sign up right now. Me too. That was me years ago, okay? I had a decision to say, if not this, then what, okay? In this time that we're in right now, okay, we got to really ask serious questions. I'm 41 years old. I'm retired, okay? I don't like to say retired, okay? I'm living full time now. Okay, I get to travel around in the world, and I want you to have a Me Too moment. Okay, I didn't come from money, and today, what I really love is that anytime that I get information, I get to share with a whole community that looks like me, sound like me. We hang out together, we have fun together, we get wealthy together. Okay, just yesterday, big testimony. Okay, past results don't equal future results. My daughter, who's 23 years old, had my baby girl when I was 19 years old. Okay, it's awesome when you're winning, but it's awesome when you see your seed winning. Okay, my daughter has been learning about cryptocurrency. She's been looking for NFTs. She's been studying NFTs. Okay, Fatima broke that down about Tory Lanez. This is where it spun off from. My daughter bought that album for $100. The same day, she called me up and she goes, "Pops, Dad," okay, and she's crying. She bought the album for $100. She said, "It just went to 20,000. What do I do?" I'm like, "Shoot, you're gonna be 20,000 richer. I would sell it." And then she goes, "Oh, it's at 50 now." I said, "Girl, cash it in. That's a whole Bitcoin. That's going to 200,000." My baby girl, who's 23 years old, in a day made $49,000. Now, let me not confuse you, because I said in a day. Okay, yes, she made that money in a day, but she was prepared well before that. Okay, this is about preparation. Okay, don't think you're just gonna make money, right? This is not a get rich quick thing. This is not a lottery ticket. You're gonna learn a skill, but that you're gonna have forever, that you get to pass on to your children. So my daughter will have this knowledge about finance. She don't need her daddy millions. She gonna make her own million. I told her that. She is gonna make her own million. She just made $49,000. Okay, and she's able to teach this now. She understands it. And if you don't know about Bitcoin, we already know Bitcoin's going to 200,000. I said, "Baby, don't spend that Bitcoin." Okay, that Bitcoin going to 200,000. So by the end of the year, you're gonna be $200,000 richer at the age of 23 years old. And so I appreciate you all today. You know, life is great. We're still got a lot to do. We want to put in 1 million customers. And I hope that you're on the call and you become one of those 1 million customers that are going to join this fight with us, help us change communities, because this is the only way to change communities. Money changes communities. So for those who have made a decision, welcome to the team. It's very simple. You know, we only want to work with people who want to work with us. Get back to the person who invited you on this call and say, "Hey, I'm ready to get wealthy in your community. Let's go." Okay. Appreciate you having me speak, Fatima. Let's go. That concludes the call. You guys have a wonderful night, and let's get wealthy. All right.